I
What's
think
up,
we're on.
people? Okay, this is the second phase of what we call a split. A split. What do you call it?
This is a special edition. You're getting a special
Special
edition
edition.
of the Mason Great Sports Network because the Celtics, uh, they dropped the bag.
No, they got beat up, and and they didn't they didn't show any physical fortitude to fight through all of that punishment. They got beat up. That's what happened.
The Celtics with Drew Holiday and Derek White. Kristaps Porzingis is in here somewhere. I know. Al
We
Horford.
got Al. Yeah. I mean,
And I mean, no, Jimmy Butler. He's on the ground grabbing his knee. But um, we got Jayson Tatum here. There goes Jayson Tatum running up and down the court, and Jaylen Brown.
yeah. Well, hey, listen.
And
I Christoph. I mean,
yeah,
listen,
they got
man.
everybody.
Yeah,
They
listen.
got
I,
everybody,
I
and they lost.
I'm not going to concede that to Miami. I still don't believe they are going to beat Boston. They have injuries. I'm not counting Terry Rozier. I don't think he was going to add much, but Jimmy was the X factor in last year's series, and there's no reason to believe he wouldn't be this year. But they don't have Butler, and they definitely have a team that's well coached, very disciplined. They got a lot of grit, and so they're gonna win one or two. I think I had predicted the Celtics in six, and it's possibly seven, but I'm still picking the Celtics. And going
The
forward,
Celtics.
you're the one with the Celtic jersey behind you all the time.
Listen, I picked okay. I picked the Heat to win the series, but I don't want the Heat to win the series.
It sure
Uh,
doesn't
uh,
sound like
I'm,
it.
no, I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I don't know who
Well,
I'm disappointed with more, the Celtics or watching LeBron cry about the refs.
well, I
I mean,
mean,
the Celtics are the fifth best team in the history of the NBA as far as point differential goes. I mean, you got the Lakers, 72 Lakers with West and Will Chamberlain. Then you got the 74 Bucks with Oscar Robertson and Kareem. And then you got the Bulls. You got the Bulls on that fantastic run where they went and they won 70 games. Then you have the Golden State Warriors, the first year with Kevin Durant. Okay? Those are just four teams. Those teams had no problem with anybody. I don't even know if they lost a game. The Celtics are losing in the first round to a bunch of guys that, I mean, who's the superstar on that team now?
Bam Adebayo, man, he's no slouch.
Okay,
You
you got one.
okay?
One.
We're not
One.
counting superstars or stars or whatever. We're counting the grit that a team like that has, man. Look at these teams that are just not going away, man. New Orleans had no business winning a game against OKC, but they're just not going away because they got some grit. They got teams that got heart, and the NBA players, they get a check and they fighting for it. There's nobody giving you anything in this league no more, man. You're not just walking through, the lineup just because it's in front of you.
Are you comparing OKC with? You're comparing the season that the Celtics had with OKC, a bunch of first year guys. I mean, the Celtics got seasoned guys. I mean, there is no
I'm not
comparison.
I'm not comparing them. What I'm saying to you is that teams teams who you think should just walk through this thing, it should probably be a sweep. It's not going to be so easy for teams to just sweep somebody unless
I, I, I
unless
I think you completely discounted the fact that they had the fifth best NBA all time point differential. They were favored by 14 last night.
here's the thing. Here's the thing between me and you and a whole lot of other folks. You guys look at stuff that's on paper. When you look at the person that's in them uniforms, and you look at the game, and you look at what happened, you see how it happened. The Celtics got beat because the Miami came out with a game plan that was that counterpunched what the Celtics did to them in the first round. These are NBA players, and they got to. If you don't want to give the team all those accolades, the coach certainly has one. So he comes up with a plan. These players did no slouches. They played a good game, and the Celtics didn't have the fortitude to fight through it, nor did they have a coach that could identify it quick enough and say, okay, you know what? We're going to come up with some schemes to counterpunch what they've done. He sits back and watches it almost like as if he's a fan. So that's what happens. It's not so much just because the team did so well during the regular season. Ain't no layups in these playoffs. So they're going to have to physically fight through.
Folks, I don't think you heard me, okay? They got the 5th best differential in the history of the NBA. These other teams, the Lakers, the Bucks, the Golden State Warriors, and the Bulls went through their teams like sliced butter. But all of a sudden, this team with maybe one superstar, Bam Adebayo, is supposed to be a formidable opponent despite the Celtics having the 5th best point differential in the history of the NBA. Something is missing here. I don't know how to put it, but let me say those other teams didn't have any problem. But all of a sudden, it's okay for the Celtics to get beat on their home court by double digits. Okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not making no excuses for them. I'm just calling them up for what it is. This is no different than what we saw in the regular season. They're a soft team. They are not the Bulls. You know that. They're not Golden State. I mean, Steph Curry had more fortitude than all of those guys. He would pull up on the logo if he had to. But
he would.
We're talking about the chemistry is not there like it was on those teams. This team is constructed differently. They were just going based on their talent. And I think that's what's going to get them through this first round. They got
I'm not
problems.
so sure, but I'm gonna play something that I found on the net. This is by Scap Attack. He's the same guy who put out one of those LeBron James videos that I sent to you, where LeBron's crying about the refs or something to that extent. I think it was when LeBron is crying to the refs, but he shot 1,000 more free throws than the opponent over the last 2 years. But anyway, he's pretty accurate on that, and he's definitely accurate on this. Take a listen and see what you think.
Playoffs are officially upon us in the NBA as the sniveling, doltish fraud who has been masquerading as the Celtics head coach for 2 full seasons now is reverting back to his bummish antics right on cue, with Boston dropping an absolutely disgraceful effort at home in Game 2 of their first-round matchup with the Miami Heat, as they lost the game and home court advantage for the series in the process. The Heat, who came into this Game 2 without the services of starting guard Terry Rozier, who is averaging 16 points per game for the Heat on the season, and of course, they were already without playoff Jimmy, who sprained his MCL in their play-in game against the Sixers. Accordingly, the Celtics, who were historically great this season, absolutely demolished Miami in Game 1, 114-94, in a game.
That was the wrong one, huh?
No, that was the right one. He's talking about Joe Mazzulla.
Okay. I thought you were talking about LeBron, but yeah, Joe Mazzulla. Listen, I'm telling you, last year I dropped all that crap on Brad Stevens' front door, right? And I told everybody, give this guy a shot, because he was thrusted into a position where he didn't have any of his own staff, and no one knew he was a guy. You know, I gave the guy a pass, right? And I was getting killed for it. I was getting killed for it because
that's right. That's right. I said, well, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting killed for it, and I rightfully so. But I had to give the guy a fair shot, and so now we got a full season. and we got a pretty good idea of what he's going to do going forward. This is on him. It doesn't absolve Brad Stevens because Brad Stevens signed the guy before you know what you had. But this is his baby, you know. So this is his. He owns this. He gets no more backing from me if he continues this nonsense. Now, listen, anything can happen. They might have came out this thing, again. It falls back on the coach if he lets them do it. But they may have came out of game one and saying, "Oh, this is going to be a cakewalk." So they didn't do anything, and they got punched in the jaw. So the only way they can wipe away all of that possibility is if they go down to Miami and handle business. Not one game, but two. They need to come back to Boston up 3-1. That's what they need to do.
Wait a minute. I agree with you totally. I just got something. This is the same team you said, okay, Miami's not a bunch of scrubs. They are NBA players. So that should be in the back of their mind that they are playing NBA players. And this also was the team that put them out the playoffs last year.
Playoffs?
Yeah.
Last year?
Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
You want us to do something different? You kidding me?
Miami put them out the play. They sent them home. They should know if any team they should be up against to be up. They should be up to play against. It should be Miami.
And let me explain this to you. If they let this team get back up, they didn't have to deal with Tyler Hero, who's no scrub. Tyler Hero is looking to get back into. He wants a piece of this because he didn't have a piece of it last year. He wants a piece of this, and you saw that last night. He wants a piece of this. So they're going to continue to underestimate Bam Adebayo. Okay, Duncan Robinson. When he comes in, he gives you productive minutes. You can sit here and play with this team if you want to, but I gave you the pass that I was going to give you. You get no more passes. You got to come back to Boston up 3-1.
And they're more likely they're going to come back to Boston down 3-1.
And you know what? If that happens, I hate to say it, but there's going to be major changes. And this is a team that can win a championship. But yeah, if that happens, there will be major there'll be major changes.
Well, losing to Miami now in the playoffs without Terry Rozier and Jimmy Butler is already prompting me to think there should be major changes. The Jays' attitude runs that team or fuels that team or makes that team go or does not make it go. And these guys, okay, are talented, supposedly. And they got to show their talent.
Listen, man, listen. This could be deeper than
what I'm saying is that they should be showing their IQ, not their talent. Talent is not going to beat the Miami Heat. They're outthinking you. I mean, you can't compare Caleb Martin to Jayson Tatum or Tyler Hero to Jaylen Brown. I mean, can we? Are we saying Bam Adebayo and Christian Portend that Bam Adebayo is a better player than Kristaps Porzingis or Derek Wright or Duncan Robinson is better than Drew Holiday? I mean, because if we're saying that, then we've completely lost our minds, and these guys should not be getting paid the money they're paying, because I guarantee you, Miami Heat's salary is nowhere near that of the Celtics. Yet the Celtics are touted as being talented, but Miami comes in and kicks their butt at half the payroll.
Okay, let me talk you off the ledge, bring you back just a little bit. It's one game. They got hit on the jaw. If they come back and they smack Miami in game 2, does that change how you view the way they're playing?
It would. Yes, it would.
Well, it shouldn't sway you that much, because right now you're so frustrated and ticked off about what they did last night that you almost believe that Miami is a better team, and they're not. So
they looked like the better team last night.
They played with a whole lot more heart and grit. They played with a whole lot more.
They were the better team last night. They gave the Celtics.
Yeah.
Where's my Randy Macho Man?
Listen,
flying
on,
off
wait
the
a
top rope.
Listen, man, you know what frustrated me? Inside of 4 minutes, they were only down 9 points. They hit a three, they were down 6. That's ample time for anyone to get back into the game.
Yes,
right?
yes.
But you know what they continued to do? They hit a three. Miami came down. They hit a three. Now they're back up 9. The Celtics come down. Now we're inside of the low threes. And they go inside and they drive it. They drive inside. Jaylen Brown goes to the line. He hits his 2 shots. They're down 7 now. Right? They come down the court. Miami hits a 3. So now they're down 10. They come down again. They go down low to Jayson Tatum. He hits his 2. Now they're down 8. I'm sitting there thinking, like, why are we matching 2s with 3s? Because clearly they're D'ing you up on the 3-point on the perimeter, and you guys are still playing zone, which is leaving somebody wide open, and they're dropping the 3s. And now
That's
you're down
the
11.
problem right there. The defense.
And then now you're down 11. I'm sitting there thinking, like, wait a minute. Why am I seeing this? And no one in the daggone arena is like screaming at Joe Mazzulla, like, dude, what are you doing? Go man to man and drive them off the line. Do something. They're going to beat you.
Do something. Drive them off the line. That's what they're doing to you. They're driving you off the line, making you have to take the ball to the hoop. Yep. And you went for that, but you don't drive them off the line. You're standing out there, and they're getting wide open 3s. They're not getting contested 3s. Wide open threes.
And they're sinking. They're not even hitting the rim. I don't think anything hitting the rim like in the fourth quarter. They were like throwing the ball in the
rim was as wide as the ocean. As wide as the Atlantic Ocean. You could have threw a ball in that sucker.
Yeah. So listen, man, I'm hoping that can be fixed. I'm hoping, because if you give them a little bit of resistance on the perimeter, they might struggle just a tad bit. And if that's the case, then the Celtics really should. They may not blow them out, but they should outscore them. And that's all you got.
What happens if Miami wins Game 3?
Then I'm sitting here going back on the air, agreeing with you, and you're not going to get a word in because I'm going to be killing them so bad. I'm going to have more stats than you had about what other teams have done in history, and the Celtics are getting crapped on. Yeah, I'm going to be pissed off.
Look, listen to this, man. Nikola Jokic, the second coming of Nikola Jokic. I saw this guy last year. I'm thinking, what is he even doing in the league? Whoa, what a difference a day makes. A year makes. He had 11 points. Caleb Martin, my man Caleb Martin, who nobody would confuse with Jayson Tatum or Jaylen Brown as far as talent goes. Nobody would confuse Caleb Martin with those guys, but Caleb Martin had 21 points. Bam Adebayo, 21 points. Tyler Hero, 24 points. Jaime Jaquez, 14 points. Duncan Robinson came in and gave him 6. And, 2 other, who was it? Highland Hayes. Who's this Highsmith guy?
I mean, he's an energy guy who's not going to do it to you much. I can tell you right
9
now.
points. 9 points.
You know what? He's not going to give that to you much. He's an energy guy that's going to come in and give you what you need. Let me just say this. The Miami Heat make teams think that those players are more than what they really are. So you're accurate with that. These guys are not what you would call a team full of first team all-stars, right? They're not. I mean, you may have a couple in second team, but they're not first team. Ask the Lakers what they get out of Gabe Vincent. Okay, they're not getting what he's not giving the Lakers what he gave Miami, because Miami.
Definitely. I mean, LeBron's not going to let Gabe Vincent get the darn ball. LeBron's half the darn problem with the Lakers. I don't think it's Gabe's fault. If he can get on the floor, he'd score.
Why did I do that? Why did I mention LeBron?
Yeah, don't open up the door with LeBron, ball hogging and complaining, and saying he needs, more. Let's just segue out of the Celtics before I, get a migraine headache. Let's just segue right to LeBron. There's always LeBron to talk about. We can get off that. Let's LeBron.
Sure, LeBron had himself a night, going 6 for 20 from the field in this one and being defended for stretches by 6-foot, 170-pound, but thankfully for LeBron, Old Faithful never left his side. His go-to clutch performer that has been there every step of the way over the last 2 seasons, where since the beginning of last year's regular season and including the playoffs.
Okay.
Sure, LeBron had himself a night, going 6 for 20 from the field in this one.
Okay. I think you're over there mixing like a DJ.
Kill.
Yeah. So
that clip is killed. Anyway, in that clip, it talks about LeBron's team over the past 2 years has shot. The Lakers have shot over 1,000 more free throws than their opponent, and the closest team after them is the New York Knicks with 300 that have shot 300 more than the team that they played against when they played them. The Lakers have shot over 1,000 more. LeBron is out there crying, saying he doesn't know what's going on with the foul. LeBron, everyone knows for the last 5 years you haven't played a lick of defense, and the NBA has been helping you the whole time. You might as well call the NBA your big brother, maybe your daddy, because without them, you guys wouldn't even be in the playoffs.
Man, you're making me sound like the LeBron lovers out there that will pretty much run you down and beat you down if you say anything negative to them. Those guys, that's how passionate the LeBron lovers are. And I don't want to sound like them. I don't want to sound like them. But you're going to the extreme. You're going to the extreme. The guy. I mean, he plays defense. I mean, if you sit there and you watch these games, man, that guy is constantly running people down, blocking them from behind. He's even got a couple of steals. Okay, he's not the easiest guy just to get. If you're going to attack him, his defense isn't his weakness.
Yeah, yes, it is. His defense is his weakness, along with his hustle. Because teams now call. They try to set it up so they get the screen, so LeBron will guard them. Curry does it. Tatum does it. Jamal Murray does it. And he was disappointed when he ended up with AD on him because he wanted LeBron. Everybody wants LeBron to guard him because LeBron can't stop anybody one-on-one anymore. He has to come from the weak side or the back side where nobody can see him. He can't stop anybody one-on-one, and the whole NBA knows it.
If you try to drive around him, he will actually let you go around and play you from behind. He absolutely does that. But in saying that, you risk getting your ball swatted in the third round because third row, because he's done it a lot.
No, not to his man, to other people's men. He gets them blindsided. When they go around LeBron, they edge him right out. Zion Williamson went by him in that game that they should have beat the Lakers. Listen, LeBron picked him up at the foul line, and he gave LeBron a simple head fake move and went right around him all the way for a dunk.
Zion Wilson handed him his lunch, breakfast, and dinner that game until he got hurt. No doubt about it. But not everybody can do that to LeBron. But you know what?
Everybody's doing that to LeBron. Jamal Murray, the play right before he shot that, he went and found LeBron so he could shoot it right in his face.
Well, I mean, maybe he went and found a 40-year-old guy and said, let me go. Because I'm telling you right now, man, if you look at that team, if you want to say that the Lakers have a weakness, a 40-year-old guy shouldn't be out hustling everybody else on the team.
He ain't out hustling anybody.
Well, if you look at the first 3 quarters, like I told my boy, if the game only had 3 quarters, man, this dude would still be an all-star. But it's
the only time that LeBron James hustles is when he's going for a layup. LeBron doesn't hustle on. He watches people go right by him. He doesn't care. I don't know what game you guys are watching. I sent you videos. He watches people walk right by him and do layups. He gets out there on the fast break for somebody to throw him the ball because he's not going to take a cheap foul.
He's not going to take a cheap foul.
He's not going to try to defend anybody. Forget about a cheap foul. He doesn't care.
The
I'm
Lakers.
surprised nobody else did. Everyone else can see it except LeBron aficionados. That LeBron doesn't care about. He wants stats. He wants stats. He
Man,
pretends like he cares for you guys to make you guys feel happy. He does not care. He won't play extra hard on defense. He saves all this energy to run out on a fast break on offense. Hey, I'm open. I'm ahead of the game because I just drifted right out here because I didn't guard nobody. How does he keep getting fast breaks when he's supposed to be the guy going on and getting a rebound at 6'8"? You ain't getting fast breaks if you're going back to get rebounds. You getting fast breaks if you standing out there at the foul line. Can anybody figure this out? He ain't getting fast breaks because he's down there trying to get rebounds. He's getting fast breaks being the only guy out there because he's standing at the top of the key waiting for somebody to throw him the ball. And that ain't playing defense.
Okay, but he also understands if my teammates get the rebound and I take off, nobody's stopping me. We got an easy 2.
What he understands is that most people are suckers and they want to believe in this fairy tale of LeBron James is a great player when he's a bum. Okay, here's a guy who had a chance to ice the game. And as usual, he threw up a brick. He knocked the guy down. You seen the play? He knocked the guy down. Guy flew 15 feet away. He stood right there, looked at everybody. He thought this was his Jordan moment. He went up, shot the ball, held his elbow like Jordan did when he had Byron Russell, held the follow through, and the ball clanged off the rim. And then as Jamal Murray came down, and that was supposed to be his man, because D'Angelo Russell, his man did a fake kind of a ghost pick. He jumped out and just went like that at Jamal Murray. That was LeBron's man. Anthony Davis guy never picked LeBron. LeBron just didn't follow him. And you know that's the guy that you got to go after.
Wow.
He just watched him go. He let Anthony Davis. You can't put a center on a guy. Okay? All right.
Oh, wow. Well, like I said, man, you're not going to sit here and turn me into someone who's going to start flashing the LeBron pom-poms. I give him the respect that I think he deserves. But I'm not going to turn into one of those people that I'm not doing that. Especially I'm not going to put it on tape. So it ain't going to happen. But I at the end of the day, I know you're 1,000 times harder on him than I ever will be. I think he is still playing at a high level at this point of the game. Where'd you go? You still there?
You back on?
Oh yeah, you wanted to switch sides.
That's right. As soon as you said that he was playing at a high level, I almost choked.
It's something where he is playing at a high level.
He's not playing at a high level. He's got all of you guys fooled.
Let me just say this:
he's cheating out to get layups and running over people. So when the ref gives you a foul, it's not playing at a high level. Not playing defense is not playing at a high level. The film doesn't lie.
I told a friend of mine if he were to somehow figure out how to get a championship this year, which we know is not going to happen, but if he did, and he's playing at this age, we would have to seriously revisit this whole GOAT thing. If he walks out of there, if I was to hit
megabucks, if I was to hit Powerball, okay, or if I was to hit the Mega Millions or whatever that is, we'd have to seriously consider some other things in life too. But that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you he's going to win it. But I said if he did,
he ain't going to win it. I got a better chance of hitting. I got a better chance of hitting Mega Millions or Powerball than LeBron does of winning. He's a bum.
Let me ask you, guy. When did you ever have any respect for this guy? When did you ever have any?
When he was with the Cavaliers.
Okay.
When he was with the Cavaliers, I thought he was one of the. Well, he was one of the best players I had ever seen when he was with the Cavaliers, and after that,
he went down to South Beach and Space Jam kicked and he lost it. He lost his skill.
He just became a whiner. And feeling privileged, and the fact that he's always asking, he just runs over people and they still give the other guy the foul. And we're not supposed to notice this. I don't know why everybody makes it like they don't see it happening. And I wonder, I wonder about those people who say they don't notice it. How can you not notice LeBron just runs over people and they give the other guy the foul? He's been doing it for 10 years now. And he makes no bones about it. And if he doesn't get that foul, he is upset.
Yeah, you got to be upset. You're supposed to be upset. You're not supposed to get upset.
And at least make it somewhat real, LeBron. You don't even make it real. You just run into people and knock them down and expect a foul. That's ridiculous. That's insane. That borders on inane. And the fact that we, the people who back this, I can't believe it. I wouldn't back it for Larry Bird. I wouldn't back it for Michael Jordan. I wouldn't back it for anybody. And I ain't backing it for LeBron James.
I listen, man. Your points that you make are definitely arguable, but I think you push all the way up to the line to say that the guy's a bum.
I do because you continue.
I mean that's an extreme. To say he's a bum is an extreme. You don't like the way he played. Let's just say this: I don't like James Harden game, but he ain't a bum.
James Harden's a bum too, because if they didn't call fouls for him, he'd be out the league by now. And the same with LeBron James. If they didn't call fouls for LeBron James, he would be out of this league.
So they should be out of the game right now.
I'm just saying, if they didn't call fouls for him, fake fouls, that we're supposed to behave as if they're real. I don't know why we're supposed to behave as if they're real. I don't see the connection or the affiliation that we're supposed to behave as if something's real when it's not. I don't understand that. For what reason people are doing this, I don't understand. Okay? I think that infuriates me also, because it seems you should want a competitive game somewhat. Nobody gets anything in sports because of who you are, whether you're Ali, whether you're Sugar Ray Leonard, whoever you are. You're not supposed to get that. When your time is up, your time is up. And they should not be calling fouls to bail you out of all the stupid situations that you get yourself into. And your team should not have to play defense for you, LeBron. You should be back there playing defense, not wandering around looking to get out on a fast break.
So are you saying that this is a more recent thing that LeBron is depending on fouls, or has it been all his career?
Oh, please. Did you see the video I sent you?
I'm
just falling down and it's making it taking all these flops. What is it? The end of the flop or whatever? I mean,
no. At what point did you? Because it sounds to me like you're saying he's got diminished skills now, and he's depending on looking for some bailouts.
And LeBron, and this is the thing that got me. He was not that type of player when he was in Cleveland. He was a hard, gritty player. He tried hard, but when he went down to Miami, he started feeling privileged, and he started flopping like unbelievable, like flopping, unbelievable. And that's beneath a so-called great player. Flopping is beneath a great player. Great players beat you by beating your butt. They don't beat you by falling down and totally faking it, which is what he started doing. So I've had a problem with him ever since he went to Miami and started flopping. I mean, that thing he did with Draymond Green, where he throws him down and then pretends like, oh, I'm mad because you hit me in the nuts. You stepped over me. I don't know. And we're supposed to defend his actions. Why? Okay, Draymond should not have been suspended. What they should have did was like give you what? They just should have just called the whole, okay, somebody gets to shoot free throws. But because of that, his great flop on that one and his ability to the NBA is manipulated by LeBron by trying to post him up as somebody that we should emulate or even like, which I find anybody with any integrity should have a hard time with when we see the guy just fall down and pretend. Why should we want any of our youth imitating him? That's not a role model.
Wow, man. I mean, I'm not gonna go that far. And like I said, you won't turn me into a LeBron, defender and shaking the pom poms and getting all irate because that's just not my. That's not my. I don't have that kind of. LeBron doesn't do it for me like that. Yeah, I just but I try to give him his credit.
But I know you're doing your best to give him some credit. You're doing a pretty. Yes, I'm not saying you're waving pom poms for him. Don't let's not go there. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you are trying to give him a modicum of dignity and honor, which I don't think he deserves.
Well, the thing is, I think here's where we start to lose it for LeBron, and I'm just being real. We talk about him being a great dad, a great, person in the community or whatever the case is, but that doesn't turn you into the GOAT, right? I mean, Michael Jordan's got a whole lot of questionable behavior, right, in terms of things that he's done, but he's still the GOAT. That doesn't turn you into the GOAT because you were that off the court. So I think people try to correlate his behavior, his character with what he's done on the court. Yeah. And he's done some phenomenal things on the court, but I don't think it's a question. I don't think it's a question who the GOAT is. Now, if you want to try to pair up what he's done for other things, if you want to muddy that water and blur those lines, you go right on ahead, but it's not going to shake. It's not going to, hold water with people like, me, you, and others who look at stats and who look at the actual game.
Look at the game. Look at the game.
Yeah, look at the actual game. That's what I'm a big fan of that. I'm always telling you that all day long. People who watch the game, stats don't lie. They do get you into places that sometimes you don't deserve because of stats. They'll go, oh yeah, he got 39 points. Yeah, but you didn't see how he got to those 39 points. It's double overtime, whatever the case is. But like I said, man, that's my soapbox, man. You're sucking me down the road. Yeah, you're sucking me down the road. I said I ain't gonna go down.
No. Let's get off LeBron. LeBron drives people to extremes, no matter what, and it's hard to you either it is what it is. Okay, that being said, going forward, it's hard to believe that we've been talking about this for so long, but we have. And we're going to give this a 40-minute session because I'm probably going to cut this up in different pieces. So we got 2 minutes to go. I really appreciate you making the time to come on because, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wright's in travel right now. He's traveling with his mother, doing things for her and getting things done that have to be done, that needs to be done. So he's that dutiful son who's gonna make the time to get it done. So he's doing that, and in between that, he's coming in to do the podcast because, I mean, I tell you, the guy is exciting. He always has something to say. He always has a unique perspective, and we'd be remiss if we didn't get him on as much as we could. So that being said, what are your predictions going? You're still taking the Celtics going forward?
I'm staying with the Celtics in this series. Going forward, I like Stephen A said, it's fluid. It's fluid.
Now, don't here we go with Stephen A again. You're just trying to
fluid,
make me brush the vein, right?
I'm not. I'm gonna walk down the middle on them. I'm not. After this season, after this series, we'll see what happens. See me at Game 6 of the next series, and I'll pick one.
I mean, here we got. Look at this. I want you to look at this. This is Jimmy Butler going down, and that's when he's with the Heat. This is Jimmy Butler, same guy, same leg when he's with the Timberwolves. I mean, the guy's down more than he's up, and the Celtics still can't beat him.
Hey, Jimmy Butler, hey, listen, man, there's guys that got heart that, other players wish they could dream about. And what we see Embiid doing out there is some of it. And what we see Jimmy Butler doing, it's some of it. But then you get someone like AD, who, if you blink at him too many times, his feelings are hurt, and he's out on the bench.
See, here we go. AD always gets the brunt for LeBron being a loser. Hey, it's AD's fault when LeBron can't win something. LeBron don't play.
We only had 2 minutes. We only had 2 minutes. We only had 2 minutes. Where we going?
But you had to bring AD. It's not AD's fault that LeBron keeps losing.
Listen,
you are an AD. You are a LeBron pom-pom guy.
Where are you getting
a LeBron pom-pom guy because you're always blaming AD.
No, all I said was if you blink at him too many times, he gets his feelings hurt. That's been since New Orleans.
No, he's not really a center.
And
everyone knows that he's not really a center.
Here we go.
He's not.
You're right. I agree. I agree with you. He doesn't play that position. So, but I mean, they got him playing it. Yeah, they got him playing it. But hey, again, we ain't talking about them. We're not going down that road. We only had one.
We're not going down that road.
We got 28 seconds. In the last 28 seconds, who are the Patriots picking tonight?
I'm taking Denver.
Okay, I said who are the New England Patriots drafting tonight?
Oh, is it tonight?
It's tonight.
They're drafting that guy out of LSU. They're drafting that guy out of LSU.
Daniels?
Yeah. Jaden Daniels. They're going to draft him.
Well, I don't know what I know other than what's been reported because I haven't seen half of these people play. But if they get the Daniels, they probably are going to pick him. But according to what they're saying, he's not going to get past Washington. So,
oh wow.
So if that's the case, is it going to be Drake May? Is it going to be Harrison? Are they going to get a top receiver?
They're going to take May.
They're
going to take May.
I'm really interested. I don't really have a real pick for what they pick. If they go with a receiver, man, I mean, that's a good start to help Blissett because he's going to need it.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'll say a quick prayer so we can get out of here, but I think they're going to take May, if he's available, over the receiver. Father, thank you. Thank you. And in Jesus' name we pray. Continue to bless us in all ways, especially with our parents. If you have them and you get a chance to spend time with them, it's a blessing. I want to thank you for giving me the time that you have with my family, and may you bless Marlon as he does things with his family and bring them together, bring them closer, make them stronger. And we pray this for all the families we know. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right,
bro. All right, dude. Thank you very much, man. I can't thank you enough.
I'm getting ready to take her down to the Dorset Hall, man. We're gonna go grab something to eat over there. I think it's
you're gonna take it on where?
Over to Dorset Hall. But last time we were here, she liked the wrap that they had over there, so we're gonna try it.
Take her over to Florian Hall. Over there on Haller Street, Florian Hall.
No, that's a function hall. Dorset Hall is a restaurant.
Oh, you're right. Listen, man, enjoy it. You're right. It's right there on the Portend Avenue.
Yeah. You had me confused. Yeah, had me confused for a second. Yeah. So she liked the rap, so I think we're gonna head over there real quick.
All right, man. You enjoy yourself. God bless and good luck. Thank you, everybody. Listen, we're gonna play our closing song and get on out of here. Something like that. That says something. I'm sure there's some music somewhere. We're out of here.